Hey everyone, welcome. Stephen here, live on Wisely Living. In today's video, I'm going to guide you through a gentle routine. It's going to utilize 5 simple stretches designed to alleviate pain and increase flexibility in your wrists, your hands, and your fingers. So whether you're dealing with discomfort from texting, playing instruments, or just everyday activities, these stretches will provide relief you need. So what do you say we go ahead and get started, all right? But before we actually go ahead and dive in, I just real briefly want to talk about the wrist. Like most of the body, it's more complex than it seems. So we have 8 bones in the wrist that make it able to do all these fun things that a wrist can do. And we want to make sure that they are both mobile and stable. And what is stable? Stability, if not strength. So we're going to work on increasing that range of motion and building that strength. So diving right into the 5 stretches we're going to do today. The first one is going to be something we call the figure 8. So you're just going to go ahead and join palms just about like this. Bring them together, and all you're going to do is make a figure 8 motion with your wrists. I make it sound easier than it is. So if you're having difficulty with this, it's your first time doing it, it can be a little bit weird. So go ahead and just do your best, work your way through it, and you're going to start to feel, when you start to feel a little fatigue, just go ahead and switch directions. And everybody goes the comfortable way first. So if you felt awkward on the first direction, this is going to feel just a little bit more awkward than that. All right, let's go ahead and check them out. It's kind of a nice little warm up, but it's one you can do just if you're typing too much at the desk or something, just stopping, giving that a little bit of self-care there. The next one is going to be prayer hands. We're just going to bring the hands here to heart center. And what I want you to do is start to push the hands down. Keep them firmly pressed into each other, but slowly lowering down without dipping the elbows. And we'll release that. And then we're going to bring the hands up. So the palms are still together. We're going to slowly draw them up. I'm going to stand just so it's a little easier to present. So drawing them up. And then the next one is going to be, we start out here, we bring the palms together, we draw them into the chest. And as we draw them in, we're pushing the elbows out. So we're not pulling it right in. We're providing resistance by sending the elbows the opposite direction. So trying again, hands are up, palms are pressed firmly into each other. You slowly lower, releasing. You want to do these for about 5 seconds each. Then we draw the hands up. And we draw the hands as we send the elbows away from the body. And in between all these, we just want to do that little bit of a shake out there. The next one is something that I like to call buckets and pitchers. So this is going to be, if you think about the arm too, everything is connected. It's so often when we have wrist pain, it's actually tightness in the forearms. It's really common for people to actually have like knots in the arms right here from overuse, which can happen from really any aspect of life, whether that's work or play. So we're going to start by bringing out those arms. I'm just going to scooch back again so you can see my whole body in the frame. Arms are out nice and wide. You want to start by dropping that thumb into the center of the palm. You're going to wrap all of your fingers around the thumb. You're going to go ahead and rotate your wrist so your fist is facing the ground, and then you're just going to flex in towards the ribs. So like you're carrying 2 buckets of water. And you want to hold this for about a 5 count. We release, and then you're going to curl all the fingers into your palm. You're going to stack your thumb right on top of that. And then we're going to flex out to either side, like you had a pitcher of water in either hand, and you're just pouring it out. So just that motion, right like that. So let's go ahead and switch again. We're going to drop the thumb into the palm. We're going to wrap all the fingers around it. You're going to rotate towards the ground, and you're going to flex in towards your ribs. And we're going to release, curl all the fingers in, lay the thumb on top, flex out to the sides. And again, the nice part about this is we're stretching the wrists, the arms, the chest. And release. Go ahead and shake them out. All right. The next one is the finger push. So with the finger push, you're kind of going to be like the evil scientist. But I want you to start. First, we're going to spread the fingers out as wide as they'll possibly go. We're going to bring the fingers together, press the fingers into one another, and release. And then we're just going to flick. Like you're flicking water off your fingers. Spread them wide, bring them in, press them into one another, release and flick. And that's a lot of work for your hands and fingers. So really this is kind of the stuff you want to pepper into a day. Find what works best. Doing all at once can be a little overwhelming, especially if you've never done these things before. All right. And then for our very last one today, it's dancing with teacups. I've covered this in a previous video, but it's really great for the wrists. So I want you to start, we're going to go that right palm up. Pretend like there is a scalding hot cup of tea there and you don't want to spill a single drop. So you're going to keep that palm flat. You're going to rotate the fingers in towards your face. And as it comes around, you're going to begin to lift your elbow, scoop the palm away, then back into your rib cage. And that palm stays flat as you push it towards the ceiling. And we're just going to keep going through that corkscrew motion. And again, if you're having problems with this, it's really common. Nobody really gets it on the first try. Fingers turn in, elbow lifts, scoop away, and push that flat palm to the ceiling. Let's switch it up. Coming to the left hand, turn that in towards your face, elbow lifts, fingers go away from your face, scoop back in towards the rib cage, flat palm pushes to the ceiling. And it usually takes a few times just to kind of get that rhythm, but you'll feel it. And the key part really is keeping that palm flat. That's where you're really going to get that full benefit of the range of motion. All right, time for dueling teacups. So go ahead and turn them both in, elbows rise. I spill a lot of tea when I do this one. It's a little harder to keep two hands flat at the same time. One more time, here we go. And shake them out. And that's it. Those are my 5 stretches that are really going to help alleviate any pain and just overall better help with, things just get tight in life. And if we don't take the time to stretch them out, they become stagnant. So you did a great job. Pat on the back for everybody that participated. I hope you found the stretching routine helpful. Remember, consistency is key. So try to incorporate these stretches into your daily routine to keep that pain at bay and maintain flexibility. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. And that's how you're going to find more tips and routines and all the stuff. We're going through the whole body and working our way down. Hopefully we can alleviate all the pain that you had. So if you find benefit in any of these videos, please do me a favor, share them with your loved one or anyone you know that's having those same problems. And more than anything, just remembering that your journey is unique and we're here to support you every step of the way. So either that's here on YouTube or over at wiselyliving.media. There's links to those in our description below. But until next time, stay mindful, stay active, and stay balanced. Thanks for showing up.